Hey everybody, it's Kyra and welcome back to Planet Zoo. I did just try to record this episode and then I ran out of space so I had to clear some stuff up. But here we are, we're back. Um, so, I didn't do anything off of camera really. I did have to apply contraceptives to one of our caiman because they were going to inbreed. So, I am assuming that they came from the same place and they were siblings or parents or something. But if you missed out on either of the last episodes that I did, we have three of our exhibits now. We have the Dwarf Cayman, we have the Nyala, I don't know how to pronounce it, these guys, Nyala, whatever that is, and then we also have the Indian Peafowls, and it is a walkthrough exhibit, and that is all we have for exhibits right now. We did also add a couple vendors. That's kind of why we're losing some money. I also had to hire a second keeper to be able to keep up with our stuff just a bit more. But we are going to hop right into acquiring another animal. I was kind of debating which animal that I should go for, and then I'm kind of in love with the Chinese pangolin. So I think we might do them. We might just pop in two of these. You are terrible, you are also pretty bad, but you're slightly better than the other one. And then the girl is fine. So we will just adopt both of those guys, and then we will pop on over to the Zoopedia just to check out a couple things. So grade 2 climb proof, greater than 2 meters, we're all good there. And then 182 meters, square meters is what they need for space. It can be a walkthrough exhibit, which I didn't know about the pangolin. They are shy towards guests, which I don't know if that will affect anything or not. But I guess we will just have to see if it will. We are going to cut this area right here because I just kind of have a small little obsession. Not length, no. Small little obsession with like making sure everything is super even and stuff like that. So in the case that I can make it even, I'm definitely going to make it even, is all I'm saying. Alright, so there we go, and then these guys, how much space do you have? So they needed 180, these guys have 614, so they're gonna have way more space than what they need. And our standard wooden fence is definitely going to work for these guys, so we're just going to pop that in right quick. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I possibly can, because it takes a little while. The only issue I had with my last episode, I really liked the first episode. I think it turned out very well, regardless of the kind of, I wouldn't say lack of editing, but I did very little in as far as editing goes. And I think regardless of that, it turned out pretty well, especially for the first video in the series, obviously. The only issue I had with the second episode is that I kind of stopped talking when I was doing the, like, exhibit setups. Which, I mean, I understand why, but also at the same time, it kind of, you know, made me a little bit bored watching the video, so I'm sure you guys are probably going to be skipping that episode if you skip any of the episodes. Which is totally fine, I understand. I do have to get better at, like, not camera presence, but, like, my presence as far as, you know, talking goes and all of that, because I'm not entirely used to it. I have done it quite a few times before. You'll probably know that, especially if you have been here before, and seen any of my other videos. I know they're not super duper popular, but you know, stuff happens. So, we're going to set up their exhibit as fast as we can. Oh, also, one thing that I did want to talk about is that I am so incredibly grateful for how the first episode is doing. I'm recording this the same day that I uploaded and recorded and edited that video, and I am genuinely, like, astounded by how well it's doing. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say ridiculous, but, like, at the same time, in comparison to how every other video I've ever done has performed, it is doing amazing. And I am stoked at how well it is doing right now. It was uploaded, I want to say 5 or 6 hours ago, and it currently has 31 views, which I know to, like, a lot of people that doesn't seem like a lot, but to me, someone who averages like 1 or 2 views per episode, that is literally insane. I am so proud of that episode also. Like, it's not perfect by any means, you know, I don't have a professional editor. I edit it myself pretty quickly, but I am very happy with how it turned out, and it kind of just made me want to continue doing more. That is absolutely for sure. For certain, I know that I want to continue for as long as I possibly can, and I know I've said that in the past, and I haven't been exactly one to stick with what I'm saying I'm going to do. However, I have wanted to be someone that records videos or streams or anything since I was like, I don't know, I want to say 13, since I started watching YouTube essentially, and it has been, obviously it's never happened, obviously, but I have tried countless times, and I just have a really, like, bad time with making sure that my motivation stays at, like, a relatively high place, so that I can continue to do stuff video-wise and all that. And I'll record, like, I don't know, I want to say like 4 or 5 videos, and then schedule them all to upload, and then I will just be like, I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. I can't guarantee anything, but as far as it does feel a lot different now than it has in the past, that's for sure. Usually in the past, like, I'm not super duper stoked with any of it right at the start, but it's definitely, I don't know, it feels different this time. So we will see what that means. But we're just gonna get back into the game. So, as you know, if you have been here for a bit, I do most of my enclosures like the exact same way, which I mean I probably shouldn't do, right? But hear me out, okay? I have a way that works for enclosures, and it works, and that's all I want from it, really, is that it functions. Why are you doing that? Okay, sure. But it functions, and that's all I can really ask of it. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Is as long as I have something that works, I go for it. So all of my enclosures relatively look the same. As you can see, the Indian peafowl, it's almost identical to this one right here. These two aren't very similar because this one's a primarily water species and this one is not. But if I have land species, I tend to do this for herd shelter 100% of the time. So I'm kind of trying to branch out a little bit. I cannot guarantee it will work, but just know I am making an attempt at the very least. Ooh, actually, I have to be careful with where I'm putting these trees, because if they are climbable trees, the buddies can get out, which is not going to be a fun experience. And I have no idea which trees are climbable and which ones are not. So I gotta be careful with what I put down. I don't remember, because I had one zoo that had pandas in it, and I have no idea which tree they climbed. I should have kept track, but I absolutely did not do that. So, here we are, struggling to remember which trees are climbable and which ones are not. I should not be putting this in yet, actually. Usually I put nature in last. I forgot about that whole thing. and I kind of just started doing it. So yeah, I love the bramble bush. The bramble bush is amazing, in my humble opinion. So we are gonna pop some bramble bush in here for sure. Oh, I do want to, that's what I was doing. I literally just wanted to do their hard shelter. That's why I went into that menu in the first place, is just because I wanted to make sure that they had a shelter. And I got a little tiny baby bit sidetracked. Just a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. What do you mean sidetracked? No. None of these rocks really fit. The mossy ones have different shapes that fit in this, like, space a little bit better. I want, like, a long, tall rock. Like you. You are very well. There we go. We got kind of what we wanted out of that one. And then we'll use this guy for the top of it. Well, bam. And then I will add, like, a couple rocks here and there just to kind of get it to blend a little bit more. Not that one. That one would not, in fact, help. This one makes it look cool. And then I do like adding these little rocks just about because it makes it look like there are some in the ground and stuff, which I find pretty cool. Does that count as hard shelter for you boys? Yes, it is. Perfection. So that is technically 100% of their hard shelter. We don't have to add any more, but I definitely will, just because that's what I do. We're gonna, before we continue adding nature, actually, I don't really think it matters. At this point, we've started, may as well finish, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna quickly pop in the trees and stuff that I think are appropriate for these guys. Should probably be in this so I know how much coverage they got, and if it is adequate, that would probably be useful, you know? Just a hunch. I do think these ones are climbable. I wish that it told me what trees were climbable and which ones aren't. It would be very useful, actually. I'm gonna pop this in here because it looks kind of deserty, and I don't know if they're like super deserty creatures or not, but you know, here we are. I'm going to put this tree here, and then we'll pop one of these little boys there, honestly. So their coverage is fine. I'm going to add some more bushes, though. I did see some that I liked a lot. Like these bushes, these rose bushes. I love them. They are humongous, though, which is my only issue with them. So are the hydrangeas, bro. We'll add some hawthorn bush, I guess, because they have the ability to be a little bit smaller. Not a lot, but a little bit, you know. So we can put it like in some spaces. I don't know where, but somewhere. We put one there and then one there, maybe. I think that's fine. The coverage is not perfect for them. They could do with another, like, massive tree, honestly. But I don't know. Ooh, the eucalyptus tree, maybe. I think these ones are climbable. I'm not even gonna lie, I think these ones are climbable, so I have to be very careful. See, I'm scared to put more trees in because I've taken up like all the center spaces that I wanted to, and I don't know which ones they're able to climb at this point in time. Honestly, this flower is so interesting to me. It looks it's so weird. I don't know what the best way to go about this is, actually. Ooh, this bush is very pretty. We're gonna add a couple of these. Hopefully that will help their coverage a bit more. I just don't want it to be so close to not being correct. Okay, that'll be the best that I'm going to do. We're going to pop over to the terrain and make sure it is painted adequately for them to be happy. So they just want less short grass. Actually, they just want a lot of soil, which we can definitely do here. So we're gonna pop some soil pretty much everywhere. So they are very deserty, it seems, is kind of the vibes I'm getting from these guys. I have had them in my zoo before, in another zoo. And I'm pretty sure they were a good fit for sure. Okay, so there we go. We got our terrain fine. It's kind of boring, but I mean, I'm not gonna fret too badly about it. We do have to add in my money-making devices so that people can give me money when they come in. I'm gonna pop, like, I don't know, 3 of them in so that they're pretty close. I don't want to do too many, but I don't want to do too few either. And then we do also need to add bins, all of them, because people will throw their garbage away in the exhibit, and that will deeply upset the animals, I'm sure, and probably make them sick. So, you have bins, you have all the things you could ever possibly need. Okay, please, for the love of God, do not ever throw your stuff in there. I want to put a bench in here. We'll put a bench over there and then a bench over here. Here we go. So we got a pretty chill area for people to come and see the boys over here, and then we do have to add more money-making apparati. Is it apparati? I have no idea. More money-making things by this window here. I'm going to put them in the middle, like that, and then we are going to do the education stuff. Gotta pop a speaker right in the center, or close to the center anyway, and then these boards are gonna go on the edges of the enclosure. This is what I do the entire time, and then just like so, and then we are going to quickly make sure that they are calibrated to the correct animal, which is the Chinese penguin. Where did I put that speaker? Where did I put the speaker? Is this a speaker? That's a speaker. Okay. It's just kinda hidden. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna make that a decent range. And then we are going to pop this one on to the Chinese penguin as well, and then we will go ahead and press play, see what happens. One thing I do want to do, another VIP guest has arrived. Hello, my lad. One thing I do want to do is put some of these guys kind of around the area so that I can educate people on various stuff, just so my education rating goes up, because my education rating is currently garbage. Which it always starts out as garbage. I've never been able to get like a high education rate ever. So we will see if it changes anything when I add these boards. Okay. Ooh, the Indian peafowl is about to mate. Let's go. So we will do you, amphibian extinction crisis. You will be the bee population decline. You shall be deforestation. I kind of just add these alphabetically. Ecological restoration. You will be ecotourism. And you shall, not the tree, actually. I didn't want to click on that. No, we already did ecotourism. Climate change. There we go. Okay, so we have several things scattered about that will promote, well, not promote, but you know what I mean. I do also want to advertise my other enclosures that are kind of being what I would say is just a tiny little bit, not looked at a whole bunch right now. We are going to make you align to surface, please. Ooh, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, it can swivel. That's kind of fun. Okay, so just like a giant screen, frankly, will be fine. And then we are just going to select the advertisement targets, which are going to be the Indian peafowls and the Chinese penguins that we just put in. Wabam. Okay, there we go. And then the image is going to be whatever it wants to be, man. I don't even know. Sure, overpopulation, I guess. There we go. High amounts of litter? Where? Oh my god. So I need... Oh, do I have a caretaker? Do I not have a caretaker at all? I don't think I do. I don't think I hired one, ever. Do I not have a caretaker? I do have a caretaker. They just be slacking. Okay, fine. I'll pop another one in, I guess. Hopefully, they actually do their job and clean. I tend to hire caretakers when they don't do what they're supposed to, and it's kind of annoying, and by kind of I mean extremely. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, so we have, again? They're about to mate again? Did I buy the white one, or did they have babies? They definitely had babies, right? We have little babies. How many times have you mated, broskies? Oh my god, okay. So I need to take any of the ones that are from Just Zoo and give them contraceptives. Because I don't want them to inbreed when they grow up. That would not be exactly ideal. We got 260 out of that one so far. Okay. So we now have our 4 exhibits. I do want to put 2 more in here. How much space do these guys have? Because we'll be able to provide about as much space as these ones have. Just a little bit more, probably. Oh, they're enrichment. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot to put any of their stuff in. Oh my god. I've done that twice now. I have done it to these guys, and I've done it to one other. I think it was the Indian peafowls. I'm not entirely sure. But I've done it twice, and I feel horrendous about it. Okay. Where is my keeper's door? My keeper's door is over here. So I don't want them to have to go too far to feed them. So we're going to pop that there. I'm going to put this in while I can, before I put the other enrichment items, because... Hello. Because I feel like it's just a good thing to have, honestly. Obviously, get them a water dish. We'll put this feeder in over here. And then we will do the herb sente thingy over here. We'll pop some enrichment items in here as well. I just want to give them like a good spread so that they can do stuff over here and over here. Just so they entertain the visitors to the best of their abilities. Oh, that is not correct. Should be fixed now. And I also wanted to add more hard shelter, but I kind of ruined that, so hopefully that is just enough hard shelter for them forever. They don't have enough space to add more. Actually, hang on, I might be able to add one over here. Do you think that would work out a little? That would be fine. Okay, so yeah, well, ooh, that's too close to the fence for my liking, actually. We'll put it a little further away from that fence. We'll put it like right there and hope that they can't. They shouldn't be able to. Okay, there we go. Your enrichment's a little bit better, yeah? Okay, they have 100%. We're chilling. I'm gonna move my vet. I don't know which one is researching, but it's not very hard to figure out. To the Chinese pangolin. Just so we can get some more enrichment items for them. Yeah, and then we will take a gander at... Oh my god! The Indian peafowls mate like crazy. And then they don't have enough space, and it's like, well, it's kind of your fault. Okay, so we will now choose another animal to go for. We might do it by appeal. So they're gonna be kind of expensive up top. Way too expensive, actually. So we're just gonna go price again. That's what I've been doing. And we'll go a couple pages in. Just so we can get some new animals that we haven't been hitting before, right? Because we don't want to be just gandering at the same stuff over and over again. Honestly. So I don't want it to be a walk-in thing, so even if people can walk into the enclosure, I probably won't have them do so. Just because I don't want to have to try and find... The Indian peafowls are about to mate again? Oh my god, you just had your offspring. They mate like rabbits. Oh my goodness. That's why people have so many Indian peafowls all the time, because Jesus Christ. We could do ring-tailed lemurs, maybe. How much space do you guys need? You need 210 meters, so we should be able to do that for them, honestly. Hold on. Let me check. I just want to make sure that they will have enough for surezies. No, I need to click on the animal, please. There we go. Okay, so you guys have 602. Oh yeah, so this would be plenty of space for one of the ring-tailed lemurs. So we will see if we have any more ring-tailed lemurs popping up in there. I do want to see their group sizes. They need 3. So 1 male, 2 females is what we need. So we'll pop on over here and we will see. I haven't done a ring-tailed lemur. I have done the red-ruffed lemur though. And they are very cute. I love them. So we'll try the ring-tailed lemur. And we shall see what happens. So we have 1 female and everyone else is a male. So we might not be able to do them right at this moment, which is kind of unfortunate. Just a tad bit, because I kind of did want to do those. But we can't, so we have to pick somebody else that fits in like a 600 meter space-ish. Like probably 650 at most, is what I would say. Not entirely sure how big this spot is going to be, but I feel like 650 covers the bases. Excuse me, I just yawned. It's annoying that all of the cheap animals are always the same. I'm not gonna lie. It's just quite annoying. It's like, I want something different, you know? But I don't know what the best approach to find an animal is by, like, even slightly. I've had skunks before. I have, in fact, had skunks before. However, I'm not opposed to having skunks again. We are getting up there as far as price goes. We could do maned. I feel like maned wolf's probably going to need quite a bit of space, actually. The red ruffed lemur, they're so cute. I absolutely adore them. They are so cute. We could do them again. The red ruffed lemur. Honestly, well, hold on. How many of you do you need? And how much space do you need? 360, so we definitely have that. And then how many people would you need? 1 to 3. Okay. So they can have up to 6 males, so they're not a dominant species. So we could do the European badger. Let's see if there are any in here. European badger, please. Do we have a male and a female? Ooh, we definitely do. Okay, so that's nice. This is the most expensive one. I don't know if it's the most expensive one. That one's a little bit... Do we want to go for, like, mediocre overall or, like, amazing in some places? I think mediocre overall because this one does have the highest longevity. So we'll go with that one for our female. This one is so far the best out of the ones I've seen. Still the best out of the ones I've seen. Still the best out of the... Okay, so we go with him. Okay, so there we go. We got our 2 badgers up in here, so we just need to make sure I give them the right enclosure type. They need a grade 2, greater than 3.3 feet. So we are chilling with our wood fence once again. And it's just going to be a square enclosure. The viewing area is more than likely going to be over here for this one. I am trying to kind of change up where the viewing area is on each enclosure, just so I don't get like a bunch of crazy people like everywhere all the time and all that. Oh, I'm definitely going diagonally, which we did it once actually. So I can get it really close over here, like so. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hold my mouse in this one spot, and then we're just going to click until I can't click anymore, and hope that that looks alright. Okay, that is amazing, actually. Thank goodness. Okay, and then we're going to do that. No, we're not. I'm a liar. We're going to change it to 2, and then we'll go 2, and that should be enough space. Hello? I think it's a little bit too close to the edge there. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on this edge right here. And then do the same thing once again. Building enclosures is so fun, guys. Okay. We just keep our mouse in one spot and it will go to that area and not be at a diagonal, I hope. Look at that. Look at us go, man. Alright, so that is a little bit too close, so we're going to Control Z both of them, and then just do 2 2s and kind of like inch our way over to the other one. So that part's going to be diagonal, but that is fine. Okay, and then we are going to do our usual stuff, make sure it's 3.5 meters tall, actually, not 3.3. Where am I getting that number from? And then we are going to pop in a gate right here. I feel like that's a decent place for a gate. That works for me. And then we're going to put the glass over here on this edge. Glass. It doesn't look the best, like they're gonna have kind of a difficult time seeing into the enclosure, but I think it'll be overall pretty okay and fine. I'm thinking once I get one more, what's it called? One more enclosure to fill this space over here, that we should probably not hire more zookeepers, but start doing the zoning, because I have not been doing zoning up until this point, so it is going to be a little bit annoying to have that happen. And I think we are running out of power over here as well. I don't think we'll... oh, we will need power for our... That was a little bit of a rhyme. We'll need power for the speaker. So I should check to see where our power goes. Okay, so this is how far the power reaches. So yeah, it's about time to get a new staff area, I think. Unfortunately. Just for water and power's sake. More than likely. Because this one's covered for sure, but I don't think any up here will be. So yeah, we will definitely do that in a bit. I don't think we need power at the moment, though, to pop these guys in at their enclosure. Okay, so we're going to pop our badgers into their enclosure right quick. And then once they're in there, I'm probably going to end the episode there. Just because we have done some decent stuff today. We've definitely made progress. We've gotten 1.5 enclosures, I'll say. We did 2 enclosures in the last episode. I'm trying not to go too fast-paced, but there's not a whole lot that you can do as far as, like, zoo making goes that's going to be different than other stuff, you know? Like, it's just a lot of the same thing over and over again. So I do want to make, like, specialized areas and stuff, because I feel like that will definitely provide more entertainment. But our 2 adorable little European badgers have made it. They are in our zoo now, and they are absolutely adorable. They are so freaking cute. Look at them. I love them. They're... oh my god, look at him! Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to end it there. I do hope you enjoyed this 3rd episode of Planet Zoo. I have been absolutely adoring this series. I know it's kind of like repetitive. I am trying to think of ways to make it not so repetitive, like making specialized areas and stuff. I think we might be working on an Africa zone soon. We just need to get this a bit more up. So I think once we have $20,000 to $30,000, we will begin like an Africa expedition kind of a place. But until then, it's gonna be a little bit of me ranting and talking and just choosing what animals to acquire. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will tune into the next episode so that we can furnish these guys habitat and hopefully start Africa as soon as we possibly can. Thank you so much for the love that you have given the first episode of the series. I know I haven't seen what the second episode is going to be going up not tomorrow but the day after. So I know I haven't really seen like how you've treated the second episode, and the second episode is a lot worse. But thank you for treating the first episode how you have been treating it, and I hope you guys continue to join me in this journey, and hopefully it'll become of something, because this is genuinely what I've wanted to do for my entire life. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to do all the things, press all of the buttons, and until next video, I will see you all later. Goodbye for now.
Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to